Welcome everybody to tonight's class warfare. Last Friday, we aired the first part of a two-part episode that we're doing about the monk class. And so today we bring you our monk class warfare with a very special friend of the show, Scald from Awfully Queer Heroes.
Woo!
Scald, welcome once again to Tabletop Journeys. It is always awesome to have you on here. Thank you for
Thanks
joining
for
us.
Thank you
us
so
again.
much. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super stoked to do some battling with you guys again.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun last time when we had you on, and so we were very happy to go ahead and have you back.
Fight.
This time I get to go ahead and run the scenario, which boy am I looking forward to quite a bit. I've been thinking about this an awful lot. I think I've
We're
got some
not
fun stuff.
terrified at all. Not at all.
I'm not that scary. I don't know why people think that, but I've got some fun stuff I think I'm going to throw at you. And as per usual for our class warfare, the encounter level is just over deadly. Literally, if I removed any one of the big bads from the scenario that you guys are going to be facing, it would drop from a deadly to a hard encounter. So it is one creature over hard into the deadly range. But y'all are going to be playing 14th level monks, if I remember correctly. Yes, Glenn?
Is that one creature like an ancient dragon?
An
How
ancient-
far over did you go with one creature? You could still go pretty far.
That's
Sorry.
true. That's true. I could. There are no ancient dragons on the map. But if I remember correctly, we are rolling at 14th level monks, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Excellent.
Randomly
So-
determined.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, which we love doing, like randomly determined through dice roll to go ahead and determine what level we're going to play these folks at. I say guest of the show gets to go first. Scald, who are you playing?
I am going to be playing Fox. I am a red-headed wood elf monk, way of the open hand, with a spicy temperament. And yeah.
Excellent. I like it. I like it. All right, Mr. Myers.
This evening, I will be playing a dragonborn. He's not local, though. He's got the far traveler background. He's from a distant land. And sometimes y'all's ways seem a little strange to him, but his name is Roxon.
I like it.
Excellent. All right.
Way of mercy, by the way.
Oh,
I get to slap some health back into you.
Yeah, good. Nope, that's good. Some healing. Which path are you playing, Scald?
I will be playing Away the Open Hand.
Excellent. Yeah, you said that. Yep. Cool. All right. So there's our up close and personal, and there's our healer. So, Mr. Miller, I'm assuming sticking to model, you're playing our ranged combat. Is that?
Yes, I've got a fair amount of range. I am playing Cody Namano.
Cody
Goliath
Namano.
Is his first name Cody, last name Namano?
It's Cody
Or is
Na.
that one word?
It's Cody Na, and
Cody Na.
Mono is the last name.
Cody Na.
All right.
Thank you.
The Goliath can say monk.
Okay. Can say monk. Okay. Interesting. Alrighty. So I guess without any further ado, let me pull up the map and we can start talking about the scenario here. Let's see here. Bang. You should see the map now. I will zoom in a little bit for you. So let's talk some terrain and stuff first here. Let me give you. I actually wrote out like a little description of where you wind up, and so then we can talk about what's in front of you. You all have heard about the monastery of Ulan Lu before, and the rumors of the treasures within have drawn you up to its sacred mountain. After hiking up the cliff face for several hours with the deafening sound of a waterfall just beyond the rock face, you crest the summit as hewn stones take the place of ancient rock. There, in a long, thin room set up on an elevated platform, stretches an old tapestry with holes and scorch marks throughout it. 3 monks in red and yellow robes intone in unison on the far side of the room. Beyond them are 2 gigantic bronze statues, grayed with age, holding between them a large circular gong. And in the palm of their hands you can see the shapes of 2 wormlings, flicking their tails and seemingly unbothered by your presence. Until, as you approach, one of the monks jumps to his feet, points at you, and shouts, "Intruders." So let's talk map here. So I've set you up on the far side, the northern side of the map here. Those are stairs that kind of descend down into this bowl region, but there are several columns and things spread around the room. I would say that those columns, if you are able to tuck yourself behind them for line of sight reasons, would provide full cover, unless there's any other thoughts on how to play those.
Nope.
So you're talking about these are being
Yep.
columns? How high
Exactly.
are they?
Let's say so. I would say that they are probably taller than the stairs, right? And the stairs are the staircases look to be about 10 to 15 feet up because yeah, it's 1, 2, 3 squares. So I would say that the columns are 25 feet.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like one of them knocked over though. No, I guess
They're
not.
not over.
Those are
There's
just
some
boulders.
rocks that are next to them.
Yep. So maybe
I would
the
assume
rocks around. Yeah.
those boulders that have been strewn in there could also be used for cover.
Yep, I would say so. Yep. And the other thing is that this large open section in the middle, that is a tapestry that is stretched across it, so you cannot traverse it.
Let me ask you a question then, real quick. If I can run across water, can I run across that tapestry? As long as I'm not on it when my turn ends. Because monks can run across water or a vertical surface as long as they don't have their movement on it without falling with light step or fleet of foot or something along those lines.
I would say
It's a long distance.
it is a long distance. Yeah, it's what 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet across. So as long as all of your movement gets you across, sure.
Nice. I might have to do it just once.
Just to prove you could.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved that it was a tapestry and not a solid floor. For that reason, I was hoping you would say this.
Yep. Yep. All right. Any other questions then again about the map?
Last touch to the map to add a tapestry stretched over the pit, Josh. That's
I appreciate that.
pretty,
Thank you.
It's pretty hot.
Thank you.
So with the columns, when you're 25 feet up, are you able to stand on those, or is there an actual roof at the 25-foot space?
There's a roof. This is a mountaintop monastery, so I would say that there's a roof. So
Okay.
and the roof is probably that 25 feet tall. So that's supporting a roof structure. Yeah.
Okay. No getting on top of them.
Nope. Nope. This section with the bronze statues probably opens up because those statues look much bigger than 25 feet. So that's probably a much more open section up there, probably a taller ceiling and stuff like that. So those where the wormlings are on top of the hands of the statues there, that's probably, I don't know, probably 20 feet up or so. So I'd say probably like a lower vaulted ceiling down in the kind of the bowl section there that opens up into a larger vault where the statues are.
Okay. And how tall are the statues again? Like where the palms of the hand?
I'd say the palms of the hands are probably 20 feet tall. So because they look real big.
Above the bowl or above the space area here?
Above the space area, yeah, because they're raised up. This staircase looks like it goes up. The one down on the bottom here.
So this palm is 25 feet above this area here.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Gotcha. And that would be 20 feet above this area here.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yep.
Okay. So 60 or 25 feet column.
Tall. Yep.
Yeah. Got it. I don't think we've ever approached class warfare from the north before. I think we've almost always been from the south or the east.
Yep. I agree.
And once we're just in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I'm throwing all sorts of curveballs at you tonight. See already. So
it's throwing my perspective all off. Like I'm like, what do you mean we're coming from the north?
Can we flip this map over?
Oh. So,
This is
all right.
I'm looking for the Snake River in the wrong place.
All right. Why don't y'all roll your initiative?
23.
23. And Glenn, what was your character's name?
Roxin.
Spell it for him.
Mroxin.
X-I-N. Okay.
It's a 16.
Okay.
And I spell Fox the fancy way with the AWKES.
Yep. I got you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. And sorry, what was that, Leonika?
21.
21 for Leonika.
Nice.
All right. Excellent. And spell your character's first name for me, please.
Kyodina. Kyodina.
Kyodina. Okay. All right. Cool. Here we go then. Now, Mr. Miller, if you do the honors.
Round 1.
Exactly. All right. So our 23, Fox, I believe that was you.
No, I was a 16.
You're the 16. So
Roxin.
And how many hit points do you have, sir?
3,000.
I am a god.
101.
101.
He's not even reached his final form.
All right, carry on.
Okay, so they just yelled intruders, but that doesn't necessarily mean hostilities. Advancing forward, his normal not rushing or sprinting, so his normal 55 feet of movement, while saying, "We are intruders, but that does not mean necessarily that we mean you harm." 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
It's like Master Oogway meets Yoda. I like it.
I hadn't finished figuring out a voice yet. I didn't have time, so I'm
Just gotta wing it.
working it on the
Yeah.
fly. My wife is a fan, though. She likes this voice.
Nice.
Excellent. And sorry, Roxanne, just to clarify, I would think that with the tapestry, running across the tapestry from east to west is cool. Running across the tapestry from north to south, because it doesn't connect at the north and the south. So it only connects east and west. So,
Absolutely.
Yep. Brilliant.
Yeah, but I'm not on the tapestry at the moment.
You're correct.
And
You're not.
I ready in action should hostilities start by placing my hand on my bracer of flying daggers.
Excellent.
And should hostilities begin, I will cast 2 daggers at whatever enemy or hostile creature is closest to me, because daggers are short range.
Excellent. Your held action is noted. All right, Tina. There you go. Kodina. Thank you. I'll have that right by the end of the episode, I promise.
Is determined to see what secrets lie within this monastery, hostile or not. He will not be swayed, and considers the fact that they said intruders to be a challenge. So he will immediately move to the maximum of his speed. Okay, I'm a little shy. There we go. And he will then look at the opposing folks. And throw. Can he throw a javelin? Yes. It's a long shot, but he will throw a javelin.
Okay. I like it.
And that's going to be 60 foot, so disadvantage on the long throw. That's going to be a 15 towards the first monk.
All right. Let's see here. 15 will hit.
Excellent. And he will do 5 points of damage with that javelin. For his item interaction, he will draw another javelin.
Okay. 5 points of damage is noted. He does not care for that. And Fox, you're next. How many hit points do you have?
I have 72.
72. Cool.
72.
Right.
I see these guys take off, and I go, "Hey, guys, come on, wait up, save some for me." And I'm going to run this way. I think I'm going to use all my movements. 55, 60. Just pass Roxanne.
Yep. All right.
Hello there, frogs.
And I am going to hold a single dagger for if they attack us to throw. And that's it.
Fantastic. Okay. Excellent. So the wormlings go next. And so their fly speed is only 60. How far away are you guys?
60.
Yeah, so they're not going to be able to make it all the way there. I'm going to give them half movement because they're going to fly down into your area, but I'm only going to give them 30 feet of movement. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But they are now like level with you. And same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Their jaws are, their lips are peeling back a little bit, and they're getting this look of lust, fire lust in their eyes. Yeah, because it's only a 15-foot cone, and so they will not reach you. Okay. Cool. And with that, the monks will go next. So the monk that you struck at, Kodina, let's see here. He takes his movement. Let's see, 10, 20, 30, and basically materializes a magical pike in his hands that he throws at you. Yep, you are in short range. Yep, that will be a 13 to hit, which I suppose will miss.
A 13 will definitely miss.
Excellent. Okay, cool. All right. So then he will, he does get 2 attacks per round, so he will try it again. That will also miss. So he will not have anything for you. The next one, which is the one sort of on the stairs behind the pit here. So I'm going to label this guy as Monk B. He is the one that stood up and yelled intruders when you entered, and he does not take any movement towards you all, but instead he again, like his cohort, materializes a force pike in his hands and throws it at the gong. The gong fills this chamber with just a resonant tone that lasts for the rest of the round. The other monk here is going to run his 30 feet. And he will take position, and you both should be in range. You are. Fox and Maroxen, he will throw a pike at each of you. Maroxen, he will miss. Fox, he will miss. I'm assuming. I got a 10 and a 9 to hit both of you, and I'm assuming that neither of those hit your AC.
Correct.
Cool. Yeah. So the highest roll that I made on a D20 that turn was 6. So hopefully this does not. Now you guys both had held actions. You have been attacked by one of the monks here. I want you to roll your attacks.
All right, so
Pulling a
I
dagger.
send 2 daggers at him, a 29
Oh jeez.
and a 29.
Both of those will hit.
You think?
For 8 and 9.
Shoo, he's bloodied.
Nice. I got a 22 on mine.
That will also hit.
Sweet. And that is for 6.
Something tells me the gong is calling the big bad. These guys are not the big bad.
I don't know what you could be saying. What could you be afraid
Go
of?
ahead, don't encourage him.
All right, we are at the top of the round again, and Maroxen, that goes to you.
Apparently, you choose death. 5, 10,
I'm hearing Yoda now. I got you.
15,
I didn't hear it before, but I heard it there.
25, 30. And Roxanne will make sure I understand how to do this. So give me a second. He's going to use Flurry of Blows. Here we go. I'm going to take your attack action and your turn plus 1 attack. Okay, so first I'm going to take my attack action. And my first attack, I'm going to breathe a 15-foot coat of acid on both of them.
Okay.
Nice.
Dex save 15
Cool.
against 10 damage. So 10 or 5, depending on that, whether or not they
All
succeed.
right. Let me start with the monk, because if he fails, he's dead. So he's dead. So.
Nice.
All right. And then let's look at the wormling. Cool. He also takes 10 points of acid to the face.
And then since the one in front of me is dead, and I've only moved 40 feet, 45, 50, and I driver punch that dragon right in the nose.
Cool.
28 to hit.
That'll hit. Oof.
Or 9. I'm going to spend a key point.
Uh-huh.
Let me check off my breath weapon. To activate Flurry of Blows, which lets me make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. So, unarmed strike, 26 to hit.
Uh-huh.
19 to hit.
Uh-huh.
For 8 and 9.
So there's 17 points. Oof. All right. As you hit him in Draconic, does Maroxen speak Draconic?
Sure does.
Sure. As you punch him in the face, he, in Draconic, calls your sister an ugly butt hammer.
That might be offensive if I had a sister.
All right. Are you done whooping up on my wormling?
Yeah, that was action, bonus action, and movement.
Brilliant. All right. Cool.
Oh, wait, I lied.
Oh, okay.
because I can use Hand of Pain once without spending a key point whenever I use Flurry of Blows or Hand of Harm. Normally you spend a key point, but you don't have to spend the key point when you do it with Flurry of Blows. And they take another D8 plus 3. 9.
Oof.
And that's necrotic.
Oof. Okay. That the wormling in front of you is bloodied. Cool. All right.
What was that you
Fox.
said about my sister?
I called her an ugly butt hammer.
Oh, geez. I am going to. I'll run up to Monk C is deceased, correct?
Oh,
Yeah.
Turned into a fine red mist, in fact.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I'll run up all the way around this wormling, spin around, and then I'm going to attack with. I'm going to attack with my short sword. So take out my little short sword. Gonna try and slice it. That is not ideal. That is a 16 to hit.
And so against the wormling, a 16 will miss. Finally, you did not hit him.
Finally. In that case, I will use my bonus action to unarmed strike. And that is a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. My goodness. This one plus 5. So that is math. That is 11 bludgeoning damage.
Brilliant. Okay.
I think that is my full turn. Yeah.
Okay. All right. From after you beat up on the wormling a little bit and he's busy swearing at Maroxen, from the depths of the pit, you hear a roar, but it's from way down in the pit.
At least we know it's not ancient.
All right. Kudana.
Great. So something's coming. I am going to move. Actually, as my item interaction, I'm going to pull a second javelin. So I have one javelin in each hand.
Okay.
That I am going to throw my first javelin and going at the monk in front of me. I am
Okay.
now inside of range, so that's a regular shot. This is my Kensei, one of my Kensei weapons. And that becomes important for my future action. That's a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
That's 8 piercing.
Okay.
I will then spend a key point to do a deft strike, which allows me to spend 1 key point for an extra 1d8 damage when I hit a target with my Kensei weapon.
Okay.
And that's going to be 7 additional piercing damage.
Cool. Monk is bloodied.
Total of 15 that. At that point, I'm going to actually take my second shot with my javelin before I move.
Okay.
Is what I'm going to do. And my second shot is going to be at the same target.
My fellow monks, after the conclusion of Lewanika's turn, I have advice.
Okay. That's going to be a 12, which will probably miss.
12 will miss. See, I've got you right where I want you. You're missing attacks. All right.
And as my bonus attack, unarmed strike. And that's a 22.
That will hit.
That's a 9. Can I spend any number of key points on Flurry of Blows, or am I limited to just 1 key point for Flurry of Blows?
Just one. You get to do a flurry of blows as your bonus action. You don't get to do more fists per key
Okay.
point.
So I'm going to do Flurry of Blows, spend 1 key point. That's a 21.
That will hit.
And the second one, I'll just do both attack rolls at the same time. That's a 20.
That will also hit. I suspect that this is going to go poorly.
First one is a 7. Second one is a 7.
The second one, as your flurry of blows is flurrying, the first one connects squarely on the jaw, and his jaw falls at an odd angle, and your second flurry of blow goes over his head as he crumples and falls down the cavern.
Because if you listen closely, we might be able to hear when he hits the bottom.
Make sure we're counting that one Mississippi, two Mississippi. I still have movement, and so I will take said movement, not breaking contact with my enemy. So I am on this side of him.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Actually, I want to be there.
All right.
I just don't want to be in a position where he has the opportunity to move me into the pit.
Yep. Fair enough. I like your thoughts on that. Cool. All right. Anything further on your side, Q Dana?
That is all I have.
Cool. Excellent. All right. Let's see here. So the wormlings go next. Let's see. The first one over on the right-hand side there is flanked, and so he does not appreciate that very much at all. So he will... You know what? He does not have an awful lot of hit points. However, he will fly around Marat, and Fox, you will get an attack of opportunity.
Sweet. Gonna try to punch it. That is a nat 20.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Okay. How do you guys remind me how you do? You guys do max damage or do you roll? How do you guys do your nat?
Max damage plus a roll.
Max damage the first die.
Your die roll.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So max damage plus roll is gonna be. That is a 4. That's gonna be 16 bludgeoning.
He's not dead.
Wrecked.
But boy, is he unhappy. So he positions himself around Maroxen and exhales a cone of fire. It's a 15-foot cone. So I need a dexterity save from both of you.
Okay.
19.
That will succeed.
Dex save is going to be 18.
Both of those succeed. So it's 76 damage. That's an average of 24. So both of you take 12 points of fire
Except
damage.
We got evasion.
Mm-hmm.
So if we make the save, we take none, I believe.
Yep. It's what, half on a success, none on a fail. Yep. Cool.
And remind me, how many was that?
If you have evasion, you took none. But
I'm
do you have
verifying.
evasion?
I'm verifying.
Let's check and see.
Movement, monastic tradition, slow fall, extra attack, stunning strike, evasion at 7th level for all monks.
cool.
Sweet.
Fine then. You want to attack you at all?
We didn't want to get burnt.
Kyodana, the other one on the other side of the map, however, is also staring you down, and he is unhappy that to have been facing you. Although you took out his monk friend, and now he's unhappy. So he will also... He's just going to straight up bite at you because monk and dexterity. That's an 11 to hit. I'm assuming...
Nope.
Nope. Cool.
My AC is 17.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So then, okay. Fine. Okay. So let's see. This monk is now dead. This monk up here, though, however, is still alive. So let's see how far. Let's see. What's their movement? Their movement is only 30, which will get me close to you, but not quite there. Can I get over to you? No, I cannot. Okay. All right. So let's see. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he will, again, this time he will, so he will gather his energy in front of him, and a bolt of necrotic energy. Oh, that's a touch spell. Never mind. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So he focuses his energy in front of him, throws a bolt at you. I need a wisdom saving throw from you, please.
Oh. I am proficient in all saves and still failed miserably. That's an 11.
You can spend a key point to re-roll that.
then I shall do so. How do I do that?
It
What
is
feature that?
under key. You track your key points at the bottom of the all tab, but the same thing that
What
gives
abilities?
you proficiency in all saving throws, Diamond Soul at 14th level.
Diamond
Additionally,
Soul?
whenever you make a saving throw and fail, you can spend 1 key point to re-roll it and take the second result.
Excellent. That's much better. 23.
Cool. So the 11 would have made it, so you didn't actually need to worry about that. But since you did, 23 definitely makes it, and you are not held. Cool.
Excellent.
So that is his movement and his action. At the end of the turn, the tapestry across the pit
Oh no.
explodes into flame, and if you are close enough to the edge, in fact, Maroxen, you probably feel the scales on the back of your neck rise ever so slightly as a young red dragon comes into view.
I was gonna run on that. Oh, he's bigger.
That's a little bigger than the wormlings.
That's not as big as I thought it would be.
Don't
I'll
jinx
take
it.
that.
You touch wood right now.
All right, Maroxen, it's your turn.
Right here, knock on wood. If I had salt, I'd be throwing it.
I've got to finish dealing with this whelpling in front of me. I'm going to attack it twice. With a 20
If you
to
hit on any of them, yeah, I was gonna say, if you hit on any of them, you'll most likely kill it.
Okay. Then that hit does 11 damage.
Okay, explain your kill, sir.
Basically, as he had swooped around behind me, I spun around, caught him under one arm, and just broke his neck.
Just kind of.
just
I didn't
for
want to get
funsies.
graphic with the description.
Yeah. Just for funsies. Yeah. Okay.
Why are you looking sideways?
So that was one piece of an attack. I still have a second attack in that action, which I can't get him with. So I'm going to spend a key point to use dash as a bonus action so that I can reach the other monk and punch them instead.
Okay.
Yeah, because I get 110 feet of movement. There's no way I can't make it there.
Nah, you'll be fine. Yep.
I also put said monk between me and the dragon and give it the second punch. 26
That will hit.
for 11.
Okay.
How's he look?
This was the first time he had been touched.
I'll spend a key point for a flurry of blows and hit him 2 more times with a handled harm. 15?
But yeah, hit.
Nice. 12?
12 will miss.
Damn it. He gets 6 from that plus the hand of harm at least. For 5 is another 11.
Cool. He is bloodied.
We were just exploring. It didn't have to be this way.
Any further actions?
Nope. That's it.
Cool. All right. All right. A fox.
Given that these two are engaged with our last friends here, and we have a very large friend who just joined the party. Let's see. 35. I am going to...
How is this a party?
Now it's a party. It's about to be a party. I am going to run to the edge of this chasm, and then with my winged boots, just keep on running.
I like it. I like it.
All the way up to the dragon, and I am
Yes.
going to... I'm going to start with trying to hit it with my short sword.
Cool.
That is a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Sweet. Okay. That is 9 piercing damage. And I will spend a key point to Flurry of Blows twice as a bonus action. That's going to be a 18 on the first one.
Meets it beats.
Okay. And a... that one's not going to hit. I rolled a 3. On the 18, though, I'm going to spend 1 additional key point. And the dragon needs to Let's see. It needs to succeed a DC 17 strength saving throw.
Cool. Fails.
Sweet. It can't take reaction until the end of my next turn, and I actually hit it hard enough that it gets knocked back 15 feet.
Whoa. Okay.
So
Cool. Yeah. So it's like flying up, like nose up, about to go ahead and survey its territory, and you come
Just
running across the
punch
air
him on the
at
snoot.
it. He does not. I got a sticker for that. Wait a minute. There
You
we
leaned
go.
out, we can't hear you.
You boop the snoot.
Dude, nice.
Yep.
boop the snoot.
Boop the snoot. And yeah, so like he totally caught him by surprise that you ran across open air to go ahead and punch him. And sure enough, so where would you like him to be moved?
Let's push him straight back towards the waterfall.
Yeah, so 15 right there. Cool. Alrighty. And how much damage did you end up doing to him?
That was, I think, 9 piercing, and then that was on the flurry of blows. That was 11.
Cool. So 20 total. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Excellent. All right. Any further things on your turn?
That is it for my turn.
Great.
But as he flies back, I'll just make a little rude gesture at him.
Excellent.
Mr. Kicks and
Yep.
giggles.
So it is the young red dragon's turn, and he's really unhappy with you, Fox. He is going to so you knock him back like 15 feet, and he's still flying, and so he just kind of like strafes around and moves back and attacks you. You will get 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. So the first one
Okay.
here, that's a 25 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Very much
So
so.
it is 2d10 plus 6. So that's 9, 13, 19 points of piercing damage plus
Okay.
a point of fire damage. So a total of 20. That's the first attack. Let's see. The second, then these are the claw attacks. That's a natural 20.
Oh,
That's gonna hurt.
That's going to
That
hurt.
is gonna really hurt.
So let's see. So it's 2d6 plus 6 on the first one. So what's that? 12. Another 6 for 18. And a 5 for 23 plus 6 is 28 points on the second attack.
Oh, dang.
And that's
Okay.
slashing. And this is a
Was that
19 to
20
hit.
28?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, correct. Yeah, 20 on
Okay.
the first one, 28 on the second one. So a total of 4. Oh, sorry, 23. 20 on the first one, 23 on the second attack. So it's up to 43.
Okay.
And the second claw attack is a 19 to hit.
It meets, it beats.
Cool. So another 2d6 plus 6. That's 3. 3. So another 12 points of slashing damage. So 55 total.
I'm blooded.
Yeah, that's gonna leave a mark.
Okay.
Cool.
I was gonna feel that one in the morning.
Note to self, don't get critted by the dragon.
Yeah, it's a recipe for a bad time. Cool. That's his turn, though. Kyodano.
Yeah, witnessing that, I'm going to end at least one of the threats in front of me. With my item interaction, I'm going to draw my spear, also a Kensei weapon. And I am going to attack the wormling with my first attack. And that's going to be a 24.
Against the wormling will hit.
That's going to be a 5.
Okay.
I'm going to drop that key point to get a D8 added to that. And that's going to be another 6.
Okay.
I'm going to drop my second attack with the spear again. $26.
That'll hit.
That's going to be an 11. And lest we forget, we're going to drop another key point. And we're going to put another 2 on it.
Cool. All right. It is not yet bloodied, but that's really the first time it's been touched. So
I will then tag it with an unarmed strike as my bonus action. And that's going to be a miss. And I can flurry of blows even if I miss with the actual unarmed strike. Is that correct? Or do I have to hit with the unarmed strike?
Let me
you
read
have
flurry of blows. After you take the attack action. Doesn't say you have to hit, just after you take the attack action.
Okay. In that case, we're going to spend the key point. And we're going to do flurry of blows. Damn.
That's not going to hit. Yeah.
In that case, I will stand my
Cool.
ground.
Excellent. So he, after you have done some damage to him, he will, let's see, how can I work this? I don't think I can because it's only a 15-foot cone and you guys are, so I can't get both of you because it's, right?
We're space
Um,
two.
you can.
We're space.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. You know what? That's fine then. He will just bite at you then, Kyodana. That's a modified 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. So 13 points of piercing and 4 points of fire.
Okay. I am going to Stone's Endurance, which will reduce my damage by 1d12.
Okay.
So it reduces that damage by 9. So it was 16. I'm going to take
7.
7. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Excellent. All right. That is his turn. And next is the last remaining monk with you. Let's see. Yeah, Maroxon, he is right there. So again, he channels this pike weapon and begins fighting hand to hand with it. So he will attack twice. The first one's an 11. I'm assuming that's going to miss.
Correct.
Second one's a 22.
That will hit.
Whew.
That will hit. Cool. So he hits you for 9 points of force damage. Yeah. That's it.
All right. Oh.
Yep.
He grunts a tad.
Yeah. Basically just whaps you upside the head with it. Now the master's here. Okay. And it is your turn, Maroxon.
Round 4.
Excellent.
Maroxon's had about enough of this monk's nonsense. He's going to pivot 5 feet, use his first attack to breathe his cone so that the line of it goes along them. The rest goes over the pit and does not hit. Kodina. Aha, I got it.
Yeah.
So that is a dexterity saving throw 15.
Okay. Let's see. This is the monk. So he rolled a natural 1. So explain how he dies.
Nice.
That only rolls a single one. So earlier when I breathed my acid weapon, apparently in D&D Beyond, the button to click for that says 3d10, it only rolls 1d10. But whatever. If this guy's dying, it doesn't matter. But it does matter for the one that doesn't die.
The wormling does not die, so I do need to know how much damage it is, but,
All right,
but you get to
I'm rolling
explain
it
how the monk dies,
individually
yeah.
now. So now that's I rolled a 3, I got a 10, and I got one more to roll. And another 3 for 16.
Yeah. All right. So you said it's acid?
Yes. So if it's acid, the monk that dies, he just disintegrates as he's eaten by acid.
Like Judge Doom from
Face melting off.
Yeah. And
Right as
the
the Lost Ark action going on as it disintegrates.
I like it. And the wormling is bloodied. But the monk is dead.
All right, so that was my first part of my attack. I'll step over the monk's body
The puddle that is the monk's body, yeah.
and
Careful not to get any
Punch.
on your shoes.
Exactly.
Lightly.
punch the little dragon. 18 to hit.
Will hit.
All right. For 12 damage.
Cool.
Spending a key point for flurry of blows.
Like it.
Confirm. So that's 2 more attacks, and if one of them hits, he'll get Hand of Harm, because I don't have to pay anything for it. 16 on the first attack.
Misses.
Thought so. 19
That one hits.
for 8 on the regular damage. And Hand of Harm. Where'd you go? And healing. There it is. And 5.
Cool. All right. He's not dead, but he's not looking good. All right.
And that's the end of my turn.
Brilliant. Okay, Fox, you are toe to toe with the
Ouch.
dragon.
Again, I'm feeling so good.
Fox, get out of there! You can't take him alone.
I'm going to use Wholeness of Body as my action, so I regained 42 HP.
Nice.
Which I
That's-
really needed because
Yeah, that's about how much you lost last time. Yeah.
it's getting very low.
How long can I not use reactions for?
The end of my turn.
Was it the end of the end of your last turn?
So the end
the
of this turn. The end
Great.
of this turn, you'll be able to use reactions again.
Excellent. Thank you.
So you're like
As
opportunity attack protected too.
which is why I'm going to let's say that was my action. What can I need to get out of here? I want to hit this guy, but I need to get out of here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just since I use my action to heal, I will where do I want to skedaddle to? Let's see. 10, 15, 20. I'm going to run like a chicken, and I'm going to run around to the back of this pillar to recuperate and gather myself.
Excellent. Excellent. Cool. Any further actions?
That's all I got this time.
Brilliant. So as you run away from the young red dragon, he tries to snap at you as if you would expect when an attack of opportunity, but he just can't seem to get it together. And so instead, he continues his flight path around to the bottom of the cavern here. He has 80 feet of flight movement, so he certainly has plenty. And the young red wormling turns and sees his master in all of his glory open his mouth wide and unleash his fire breath cone attack. It is a 30-foot cone, so it will definitely get the three over here. A Fox, you will not hit it. You will not get it. The wormling goes up in a blaze of glory, and I need a dexterity save from the other two gentlemen.
23.
That will succeed.
24.
That will also succeed. And both of you, so neither, and on a successful save, you guys don't take any damage, right?
Correct.
Balderdash, that's no fun. Cool. And
Yeah, that kind of makes the breath weapon a
fire
little less.
rips.
it does,
Fire.
yeah.
Sorry,
It,
Lewin,
it takes away a big
Uh,
punch, yeah.
As the fire rips through the wormling, I kind of duck behind it, and as it falls to ash, I emerge unscathed.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's its action for the turn. So fine. So actually, let's see how much movement did it take? Hold on 1 second, because it's not going to want to be like near you guys. I'm going to say it probably took 50 feet of its flight. So I'm going to give it another 30 because it has 80 feet of flight.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, Kyodana.
Seeing that my current target is gone, I just determined that my only action is to draw my bow and shoot. So with my longbow, I take aim at the dragon, also Kensei weapon. And first shot is a 21.
That'll hit.
That's a 7. And yes, you guessed it. I'm using that key point to drop that additional D8. And that is the death strike for 1 additional point.
Okay.
But I also will be using my bonus action, which will deal an additional 1d4 for Kensei shot. For additional 4 damage. And I'll take my second shot. That's a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
And I will again use the key point to drop a d8. That's going to be a 5. And then I am going to take that opportunity to get to a different position, with the idea being not to bunch up. So I'm going to move through this little spot, come around the backside. And I'm going to stay completely hidden for right now. I'll take my movement to reassess where I need to be afterwards, but I basically ran behind that pillar.
All
Quick, hide! Join me behind the pillars.
right. All right.
I figure there's no point in any of us being together. We're not going to roll really well on these saves often enough.
Yeah. Okay, that's the beginning of the next round. So
Round 5.
All right, Maroxon.
Dun, dun, dun. Or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get within 20 feet for short range. And he throws 2 daggers from his bracer of flying daggers at the beast. Dirty 20
That'll hit.
and dirty 20
Okay.
for 11 and 8.
A total of 19. Cool.
35, 40. No. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. I'll spend a key point to dash as a bonus action and basically get tucked in behind this pillar.
Okay. I see your
Duck and
strategy. All right. Cool. Fox, it is your turn.
Okay, what are we going to do, guys? How far can... Let's see. I'm very nervous about this guy. I am going to use my movement to get up to him. So 5, 50, which means I've got 10 feet left. I'm going to try and hit him with my short sword first. That is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit. That will hit.
Sweet. So he's 4 plus 6 is 10 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
For my bonus action, I am going to disengage
Mm-hmm.
and get a little further out of the way. So disengage and go 5, 10. That's as far as I can go.
Okay. Any
Just
further
run out,
actions?
hit him, run away.
Yeah. Any further actions on your part?
Is it.
All right. Now he knows where you are. 5, 10, 15, and he will attack. He will start with his bite attack.
Chasing.
That's a 25 to hit.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this will be on 7, 13 points of piercing
Okay.
plus 1 point of fire.
Okay.
Okay. And then 2 claw attacks. That's only a 15 to hit on the first one.
Nope.
That's 24 to hit on the second one.
That one is gonna hit.
Cool. 9, another 15 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. And it is totally content. So let's see. Actually, is it? Would it be?
Follow me over here. Come over here where we can hit you.
How much further away is Q Dino?
That's a tight fit right through there.
It's that fit between the pillars is 15 feet and he's 10 feet across. So it's tight, but
Right.
not that tight.
Yeah, but
It's
there's
not
also 25-foot wall, and then that's a rock that's probably 5 feet up. So we're talking 10 feet from that on that rock to the wall.
Okay. Sure. He's got 80 feet of fly. He's used 15 feet of it. I bet you're only 35 feet away. I
Oh,
bet
you're
you
going to
he
go
could-
around the top side, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
I-
exactly. That's. I wouldn't even have to go over the pillars, but I could go I could go this way. Yeah, I could go.
Yeah,
up,
I thought you were trying to go this way. But
right.
you're
I could
talking-
go up and around this way without any problem at all.
Oh, yeah, bring it to me.
But I don't know. He does not. Let's see if he has his fire breath back. He does not. So he will. He is content to stay with Fox,
Okay.
and that makes it your turn, Kiradina.
So I will, since he's too cowardly to bring the fight to me, I will come out from my hidey hole. I will get this far and fire 2 shots. First one's going to miss. Second one will likely miss with a 16.
Correct.
And then I'm going to totally move up. And I'm going to unarmed strike. I'm going to, as I run up with the bow, I'm going to jump in the air and drop my knee into its wing.
Ooh, nice.
I like it. I like it.
Gonna miss, but I will spend the key point to unleash a flurry of blows. And as I land, I will do one of those standing side kicks where my leg just goes. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
You just kind of flap it. Yeah.
Yeah. I really hope that sound effect comes through on the broadcast. That was
It's quality radio right there, my friend.
17. Nope. Second one. 23.
That'll hit finally.
A lot of action to only hit it twice, but this is a dude kicking a dragon, so what are you gonna do? At the end of the day, you got to think about the
When you put it
absurdity
that
of
way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he does 4 points of damage.
Whew. All right.
I believe. Is there something I can do with that?
That was action. That was action and bonus action.
I'm gonna stunning strike. It gets a con DC save versus 16.
Constitution.
Yeah.
You're gonna try to out Constitution a dragon.
Yeah, I'll spend the key point to give it a shot. If I can stun
Uh,
this thing in the air, that won't be wrong.
What was the DC 16?
Yeah.
He makes it.
Okay. It's worth a shot.
I was going to try when I got close to him.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. That
Probably
is
still
that
am.
move- That is that movement,
All right.
and I'll stand fast.
All right. Cool. We are at the beginning of the next round.
Round 6.
So, Mara, it is your turn.
There is no A in that. It's not Morox, and it's Mra.
I'm from Boston. I can add extra vowels in. Maroxon.
You pack your car down by the harbor.
Exactly.
20,
Exactly.
25.
There it is.
All right, so Moroxon runs up there. And at the end of that burst of speed, lands in into the dragon's ribs, he hopes. Unarmed strike, 26.
26 will hit.
The flying kick for 9 damage.
All right.
And I will spend a key point to attempt to stunning strike him.
Okay.
And it's a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Oh no! Yeah, he rolled a
get him?
natural 1. So what does that mean?
Yes.
That means that he obtains the stunned condition until the end of my next turn. So homeboy's fallen.
Yes.
Let's see. And a stunned. I think you're right. And let's see. A stunned creature is incapacitated, can't move, can't speak. Yeah, I think you are correct.
He just took fall damage. How deep is that pit?
Deep.
There's something really ironically wonderful about a dragon taking fall damage. I just gotta say it.
Right?
Yeah. So
Will he, here's my question, Josh. Will he fall long enough for me to pepper him with javelins and arrows as he falls?
He's only going to
yeah,
fall for about 12 seconds because it's from now until the end of my next turn, and I started the round. So
yeah. What's the boy? I would say for sure that you have at least a 1 round worth of attacks to go ahead and pepper at it. So let's do this here and see what y'all
I
can
still have
do.
a couple of attacks left to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
on
yeah.
him too. Hang on.
Yeah. Yep. So he is falling out of range. So no melee attacks. Only things that are ranged, unless you have Fox's magical airwalking boots.
All of
Nice.
my things that were going off just then are off of that first attack, to include
Brilliant.
flurry of blows. So they're all like bam.
Yeah, yeah. I like it.
So second unarmed strike, 28 to hit.
We'll hit.
You're at advantage to hit the strike
Yeah,
one. You might
you're
want
right,
to roll
exactly.
that again in case you crit.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's 8 if I don't crit. And didn't crit.
Okay.
Spend the key point for flurry of blows.
All right.
And
Can you use flurry of blows? Wait a minute. Does flurry of blows apply to ranged?
But
Is
he
he
doesn't fall
ranged?
until the end of his total attack.
Oh, that's okay. That's fair.
So
Okay.
he actually gets.
I'm still punching.
Yeah. I
This
see
is
what
like
you're saying.
land with the foot, come in, and then bend the knee, come in with an elbow,
Yep.
bounce
All
off
right.
to the ground where I spin back.
All right. Yep. Let's see if you guys can do it.
All right, so I got 2 more unarmed attacks. 26
Yep.
for 10.
Okay.
27.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, max damage for 13. And a hand of harm.
Hand of harm.
4. Roll the 1 on the damage for that one plus the 3.
Okay, so 4.
Yeah, 4 and 10 and whatever the other one was.
Yep. 11, I think. Yep. All right. He's definitely bloodied and now beginning to fall down the cavern. Kyo, do you have parting shots?
He's catching some arrows. So let's see. First arrow shot. $23.
That'll hit.
An 11. Drop a D8 on it. So that's 18 on the first shot. Second shot. That's 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 2d8, so 16 plus 14.
So 30.
And the key there for the 8, and that's going to be 10 more. So as he used, yeah, I hit him hard as he was falling.
Yeah. All right. And Fox, we skipped over you, actually.
Punch him on the way
So,
down.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Fox. So
That's all good.
this dragon is in bad shape, as not only can he not fly, but these two whooped up on him pretty good. And name your shot.
I am going to do 2 attacks with my short sword. That's going to be a 22 on the first one, and a 21 on the second one.
Those
Are
will
you rolling
both
at
hit.
advantage?
I had not rolled the advantage. Let's see if I get any nats. Wait for it. A nope.
All right.
A nope.
Okay.
Okay, so that's going to be 8 piercing on the first one, and then 15, 21 on the second one.
So as the shocking grasp from Maroxen hits him and the dragon goes unconscious and begins falling down, and you start pummeling him as he's falling. Eventually he falls out of range and disappears into the darkness below the chasm, and after a few seconds you just see a small fireball erupt at the bottom of the pit, and the smell of burning lizard wafts from the bottom of the pit. So
Could anybody tell if he bounced?
Doesn't sound
Yeah.
like it.
That's the
Congra-
smell of monkeying with the wrong monks.
Congratulations, all. Yeah. No, well
Oh,
done,
nice.
man. I thought I had you. I really did. I thought I was gonna get you, but
That crit made me very nervous at the beginning. I was down to 9 HP.
I thought you were going down.
I
but
was
Yeah.
So like, if she
so
falls there, there's
close.
nothing I can do.
So close.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Whew.
was, and once again, we find Deadly Encounter is very swingy, right? Yeah, Fox, I almost took you out, but really, the other two, I really did not do much to you at all. Those minions were nothing for you guys. Like, that's, you chewed through them like as much tissue paper. So that
I
was
took
not
9 points of damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So,
took 7. Now, to be fair, it's the fact that I'm a monk that really helped that, plus the item I took. So
Yep.
taking the cloak basically allowed me to not use certain monk features. I didn't have to use agile parry. I didn't have to use certain other thing, patient defense or anything like that, which freed me up to be a little more aggressive because of the cloak. But in general, evasion was my best friend there because
totally. Yeah.
just not taking any damage from the breath weapon.
Yep.
It comes in so handy on those area of effect attacks.
Yeah.
Those breath attacks could have been even at half damage from the young red dragon.
Yeah.
Would have been much more devastating to our hit points. But
Yeah.
I got a
It's
plus 11 dex
16d6.
save, and I take 0
Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
save.
Yep.
And I'm a plus 9 on my deck. So it would be hard to hit me with area of effect. So any creature or threats that rely or traps that rely on area of effect are going to be at a significant disadvantage in a scenario
Against monks.
Group of monks. Now, same situation against the fighters that we played. Fantastically more viable. While we would have had indomitable for fighters at this level, you likely would have landed. Dex may not have been a strong save in general. There wouldn't have been we would have taken some damage regardless.
Yeah.
But especially at this level in monk, that ability that gives us proficiency in every save makes us the best savers in the game. And that same ability means that if we fail, we can reroll by spending 1 key.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting hit by that cone unless I like rolled a 1 twice or 5 twice in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Key had plenty of it because I was spending through Key more than anybody else because that's really what fueled my ability to do additional damage. But with Key, I actually got myself down to 2 Key left. So I was running out of gas. I was running out of gas quick at this point. So swingy, but it was a resource hog this fight in order to be efficient. So the minions did their job. I took a lot of resources to handle the minions. I was trying to save at least 3 key for the big boss, but he really didn't get into a position that I could effectively use it right away. I ended up saying it was better to spend out doing the things I had the opportunity to do than wait for an opportunity that may or may not ever come.
Yeah.
Having not played a monk in a while, I think that one of the things about the monk class is that utilizing your movement is really important as far as how you end up playing your monks. And I really like the versatility where you have a character who can either heal by hitting you or a character who can deal more damage and kind of stand toe to toe. I think with an encounter like this, it's tricky when you have a singular big bad at the end, because that means that whichever character they do tend to attack, they can do a ton of damage in one round, but it doesn't get as distributed unless you have area of effect ones like the breath weapon, but that's more effective against non-monks because of the evasion. So I think as far as making as far as a less swingy fight, I think any other class potentially against something with an area weapon like this would have been less swingy, because basically in this case the area one pretty much did no damage, because if you pass the save it doesn't do anything. But I like the terrain in this and the pit. That was really
a lot of fun. It was an awesome
Thank you. I appreciate that. I found this map and I was like, this is exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that you like this. And Luanika, to your point, I think, and Scald, like you were saying, the fighters that we rolled up do not do as well in this fight against these bads, because you figure all of you were able to shove off that breath weapon, and sure, you made your deck saves, but still the breath weapon is 16d6 worth of hit points. It's an average of 56. So even if you're taking 30, like Scald, that probably takes out it probably takes out your character at that point. Although you'd healed yourself at that point.
It would have
Yeah.
brought her back down under 10 or better.
I was down to 9. It was close.
Yeah. Yeah, and it took let you all behind the screen a little bit here. So I appreciate what you're saying about the minions, that they did their job where they kept you guys at bay until the big bad came out. But I realized pretty quickly that I brought the big bad out at least one round sooner than I wanted to, because the minions were pretty ineffective. And when you're taking out one or two of them around, and there were only 5 of them. So when one or two of them are dropping around, it's okay, if I don't bring the big bad out, and I was going to bring the big bad out in round 3, chose to bring it out. I guess they appeared in round 2, or you knew that they were there in round 2, and they fought for the first time in round 3. It was going to be that they appear in round 3 and then fight for the first time in round 4. But that wouldn't have, like, everything would have been dead. You would have been sitting around for a round waiting for the big bad to come out if I'd done that. The good thing was, like, that the whole reason why they were there was to make y'all burn your key points so that you couldn't use them against the big bad. And so
Gotcha.
they were somewhat effective on that, but not as effective as I hoped they would be. So
Well, and key
Yeah.
as a resource is not a resource that you have to micromanage either. It only has to get you through a fight because you get it back on a short rest. And so by the time you're to 14th level, I've got 14 points to play with. I don't need to hold back, because as long as we can score an hour's rest after this,
Yeah.
and I can meditate for half an hour, I'll recharge. As long as the short rest mechanic works, this is a class that really benefits from it, like the Warlock, where they get a lot back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Other observations for your characters? Yeah.
Movement was awesome. Having a 55-foot walking speed was
Hmm.
awesome. We
I almost took
cleared
mobility.
significant distance with very little effort. Closed range quickly. So I had only one round where what I had to do was at disadvantage. Take any other character with the same weapons, I'm at disadvantage for the first 2 rounds, which could have significantly impacted how much damage I did on those minions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So just some of the actual class features really benefited with this specific terrain feature, using maps that are this long and have this much space top to bottom.
And Scald, wonderful choice on the boots that allowed you to walk over midair.
I
Like,
was saying,
that was
you
amazing.
sent us the map when we were first talking about it. I was like,
Taunting
I
me,
do
yeah.
not want to fall in that. I need something. I know we get
Yeah.
magic items, something that's going to keep me in the air.
Yeah,
But
no, that was perfect. That totally caught me by surprise. It was amazing. Yeah.
it's like,
I
need
almost went with
something.
telekinesis for the pits to see if I could shove somebody into it with my mind, but I didn't.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
To that end, with Luanika, what you were saying about movement, I think that's one super fun as far as the mechanics, but also as someone who also likes a bit of role play in D&D, I think it's really, I like the way that movement allows you to have a playing style that really embodies what your character does, in the same way that rogues can leap in, do something, and leap out without getting hit. The mechanics
Yep.
for movement for a monk go very well for the kind of attributes that the character would have in the way that you would play, being very light on your feet, being very agile, hard to catch, hard to pin down, with really fast reflexes. So I think that makes for a fun playing combo as well.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
I had a great time with him. I was
Yeah.
surprised by how much fun I had playing a monk, because as I've read the classes a couple of times, I haven't been that impressed with him. In early levels, I think that they struggle a little bit. I don't think they really start to pick up steam until into tier 2. But
Okay.
See, I think much the opposite, or my original thoughts before we did this were the opposite. I thought they were very effective in earlier tier 1 specifically. When you're able to do flurry of blows and get those extra shots at level 1, 2, and 3, you're dropping folks faster than people with swords.
but you only have 1 key point, 2 key points, so you can only do it once. You're a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, pretty much. But by the time you get a few more key points, by the time you're in tier 2, you're still able to do with your flurry of blows as long as you're connecting. And especially once they get to the point where they count as magic items, as magic weapons. You're on par with fighters and rogues, other than the rogue getting that sneak attack, with what you're able to do. Think about the when I critted, I did over 30 points of damage in that with that crit.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive for a one-shot hit, or for a single round. When you're doing 30 points of damage in a single round, that's pretty impressive. I am thinking that they're actually very effective. What I found interesting is I think they were more effective at this tier 3 level than I anticipated them being. But that is not because of any one thing. It is the combination of all the things we've talked about before. It's some of the features. In my case, I got the extra damage from being a Kensei. In your case, you got the extra damage for damage types for being your type of monk. The ability to heal yourself as the open hand was pretty impressive.
Very much needed.
But I never actually had to heal anybody because you healed yourself. But just look at the thing that I think makes it pick up as it goes is because they get so many attacks, right? They start out with a D4. And that D4 is powerful over the standard unarmed strike of a 1 plus strength modifier. It really is. And you get dex on it, which is great. But the fact that die advances, I think, is part of what makes them pick up speed as they go. I was throwing D8 daggers plus dex.
Yeah.
Because it's a monk weapon.
Crazy.
So I get, at 14th level, I get a D8 for throwing a dagger.
Yeah, when you hit me with a dagger for 11 points of
D10.
damage, I was like, what is that?
Excuse me? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. At 17th level, that goes up to a D10.
Yeah.
Dang. See, that's another thing about monks is they have certain unique abilities that are maybe only usable in a few select circumstances, but in those select circumstances, they are so cool.
Right.
And one of the ones I'm thinking of is deflect missiles, where if you do well enough on that, you can actually grab the thing and throw it back as a reaction. Which, like, how cool is that?
Yeah.
That was going to be my piece of advice if anybody got hit by one of the thrown force pikes was to remind people of deflect missiles. But
Cool.
good times.
This is a ton of fun. Scald, thank you so very much for popping on here and joining us again.
My pleasure.
Like, honestly,
thank you guys so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us what's going on with Awfully Queer Heroes. What do you guys got going on over there?
Long story short, we have our next Kickstarters lined up. I think we're doing about 3 a year. And we have most of the main content done all the way through 2025 currently. The next one we're doing launches in September, and that one is a smaller module. It's not an adventure module. You may have already seen it dropping. It's
this idea.
Yeah, ways to enhance your gear using different gems and runes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's on the docket for us next. And just stay tuned because there will be much more after that as well.
When I saw that one launch out, I was talking to Cal about that. I was like, oh my God, I love these so much. I don't even know how they work yet. And I want them. Like you guys, you both know that I will buy whatever you put out every time you put it out.
Oh, heck yeah.
The content you put out is so great. Yeah.
You guys have your Kickstarter coming up too, which is really exciting.
We do. We've made a soft announcement on this one here. This might actually be the first time that we actually mentioned it on the show. But yeah, we have a series of 12 subclasses coming out. That Kickstarter launches actually right around the time that this episode comes out, right at the end of July here. We are very excited about this. It is a different scope of effort than our last book, than The Traveler's Guide to the Multiverse, although depending on stretch goals, could be just as ambitious. So we'll see how this works out.
Be good.
Yeah,
I'm very excited about our stretch goals. All of you within earshot of what we're laying down here, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
As great and as cool as the core product is going to be, the stretch goals are really going to bring it home. That's what's going to make it seriously legendary. So go ahead, jump in and make sure you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Scald, like I said, thank you so very much for popping on here.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me again. Always a pleasure to hang out with you guys.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Anytime. Yeah, it's so much fun having you on here. Let's see. This coming Friday, we finish up our discussion of the monk subclasses this coming Friday. That's going to be our episode coming out here. And then next week, we begin the next chapter of the Arch Enemies Patreon actual play chapter. This is session 6, which was recorded quite a while ago, but that's okay. We're not going to, so we have some material in the can on that one, so to speak.
We've been blessed with a lot of actual play material coming out.
We have been. We've been doing a lot of actual plays lately. Yeah. So it's going to be a good time. We just finished up Action 12 Cinema, which was a ton of fun. And so we're getting back into our Patreon actual plays. So anyway, all right, Scald, thanks so much for joining us. I'm Glenn, Luanika, pleasure as always to see you. And thank you everybody out there for listening. Hope you enjoyed this. Love to go ahead and hear your comments down below. Love to hear the feedback on what you think about these class warfare episodes. Certainly expect to go ahead and see more of them because, man, these are just a ton of fun.
They're so fun.
I think the next one that we have slated is either Bard or Druid. I don't think we've decided which one we're going to go ahead and do yet. But expect your Discord to be ringing shortly here, Scald, so we can go ahead and get blended on that. So
you got it. Count me in. Hands down, count me in any day.
All right. Awesome. Thank you everybody for listening. We'll talk to you all again next time. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Everybody wave.
Night.
Thank you for joining us. This has been Tabletop Journeys. We would love to hear your feedback on our show today. Join us at www.ttjourneys.com, where you can subscribe to the blog to leave comments and see all the content that we publish beyond the podcast.
You can also stay in touch by subscribing to our Twitter @TTJourneys, by joining our Facebook group, Tabletop Journeys, or by sending an email directly to podcast@ttjourneys.com. And remember, if you want early access to all of our episodes, a chance to drop dice with your favorite hosts, and maybe even appear in one of our actual plays, you can join our Patreon to help support the show at patreon.com/TTJourneys.
You're listening to us on Stitcher, iTunes, Podchaser, Spotify, or Audible. We would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to the podcast on that platform. Full episodes come out every week on Saturdays, and every Tuesday features our actual play episodes.
Thank you for listening and for being a part of our growing community.
And in the words of another traveler along our path, we bid you shade and sweet water.